If you feel like your paycheck disappears the second you get it, you're not alone. Most people work so hard for their money, but their bank account never seems to grow. Every month, you're waiting for your paycheck just to watch it vanish into bills, food, rent, and random expenses. But there are 3 simple, actionable steps that you can take if you don't want to be stuck in this cycle forever. You really just need to take 3 actions to start building real wealth, even if you're just starting from zero. If you're tired of feeling broke and want to finally take control of your money, this will be a clear step-by-step plan for you based on my personal experience. I was out on my own at 19, worked multiple part-time jobs at one point, just a government job and serving on the side, and now I'm a 26-year-old full-time investor with multiple streams of income. If I could do it, you can do it too. Why do we fall into the paycheck-to-paycheck trap? Let's talk about why most people never break out of this cycle. You might think the reason you're living paycheck to paycheck is because you're not making enough money. And yes, increasing your income will help, but the real issue is how you manage your money. I know people making 6 figures who still struggle financially, and I know people making much less who are growing their savings and investments. It's not about how much you make, it's about how you use what you make. So if you're feeling stuck, here are 3 questions for you to assess your current financial situation. Do you know exactly where your money is going each month? Are you spending based on a plan, or do you just hope there's enough left over at the end of the month? Are you actually making your money work for you, or is it just disappearing? Most people don't track their money, and that's why they feel like they can never get ahead. But once you take control of your spending, build a system to grow your money, and shift your mindset, your money can really snowball before you even notice. So the first thing I want to share today, before anything else, is the mindset that you need. While you are working for your money, start making money work for you. Because here's what most people do. They work, they get paid, they spend, and then they repeat. But the wealthy don't just work for the money, they use the money as a tool to build more money. I was recently talking to a bunch of college and high school kids from the Jay's Care Foundation, and I told them to think of every dollar they earn as an employee. Every dollar needs to have a job, and their job is to make more dollars. Think of how fast that compounding can work. If you have $1 and it makes $1 every 3 months, now you have $2. And in another 3 months, there's $4, and in another 3 months, there's $8. And no, this isn't some get-rich-quick thing, it's just how money actually works. Let's say you save $10 every day and invest it in the stock market. Over 30 years, assuming an average return of 10%, that small habit could turn into over $1 million. Most people think investing is only for rich people, but investing is how you get rich. This is the mindset shift that changed my life, and now I'm going to show you exactly how to start step by step. Please give this video a like and let's dive in. Step 1. Track and cut small expenses that drain your cash. Most people think they're broke, but when they actually track their spending, they realize they're wasting hundreds of dollars every month without even noticing. If you don't know where your money is going, you'll never be able to control it. So the first step is to track every dollar you spend for the next 30 days. You don't need to overcomplicate this. Just open your banking app and review your last month's transactions. Categorize them into essentials, which include your rent, groceries, utility bills, and then the non-essentials, which include eating out, subscriptions, impulse shopping, and Uber Eats. I promise you, once you see everything laid out, you'll have a moment of realization. For an example, let's say you grab a $6 coffee every weekday. That's $120 a month or $1,440 a year. That money could have been invested, growing into tens of thousands of dollars over time. You could have put those 6 employees to work. Now, I'm not saying that you should never enjoy life or buy coffee, but cutting out unnecessary spending isn't about depriving yourself. It's about prioritizing your future wealth over temporary convenience. Here's what I personally did when I was saving for my first major financial goal, buying my first rental property. I cut unnecessary subscriptions that I wasn't using consistently. I don't have and still don't have any streaming services like Netflix. I just watch YouTube videos for free. I set a strict budget for eating out and entertainment before I reached my first rental property. And by eating out, I mean I would pick up a box of sushi in a grocery store and I thought it was so luxurious. I used a budget tracker to stay aware of where my money was going. I used to do my budget tracking with pen and paper, but now I actually have an automated Notion finance tracker that I personally use. And if you want a free tutorial on how to use it, comment finance tracker and I'll send you the link. The reason why I call it the finance tracker is because it does more than just budget. Well, firstly, it automatically takes your income and divides it into the 50-30-20 rule. It also tracks your expenses and puts them into categories. And it also tracks your assets and debts. You'll have to manually put these in. And then it tracks your net worth. The categories, the net worth, the 50-30-20 rule is automatic, but you have to do the work and build a habit of inputting where your money goes, either every day or every week. The goal here isn't to stop spending, but you want to start spending consciously and develop the habit to think twice before you hit pay. Do you really have to buy this, or can you add this $5 to your investment account? You can't invest or save what you don't have, so every dollar that you save becomes what you have for your investments. You need to accumulate the employees. Once you free up that extra cash, step 2 is where we start making it work for you. Step 2, automate savings and investing. Most people save whatever's left after spending. That's exactly why they struggle with money. Don't wait until the end of the month to save. Instead of paying the restaurants, Uber drivers, or any non-essential services, you want to pay yourself first. This means the moment your paycheck comes in, you automate your savings and investments. You treat your future wealth like a non-negotiable bill that gets paid before anything else. You can even think of this non-negotiable payment to your future self just as important as your utility bill or rent. Here's exactly how to automate this payment to your future self. 1. Set up automatic transfers to your high-interest savings account. Even if it is just $50 a week, that's $2,600 saved in a year without you even realizing it. I personally use Wealthsimple as a high-interest savings account because the money that I save here generates much higher than interest in traditional banks. So my money starts working for me as soon as I transfer it in that account. Number 2, automate your investing in a TFSA account. You see, most of us tend to slack or get caught up with other things that keep us busy, and that's how we have an excuse for not investing consistently. So why don't we just use the free mobile app features to set up automatic recurring investments? On most investing apps, including the one I use, we can predetermine a repeating date to automatically buy the long-term bullish assets such as the S&P 500 or dividend ETFs. I have my automatic investment set for VFE, a Canadian ETF that tracks the S&P 500, which means that I am consistently buying more shares of 500 of the strongest companies in the US. That is exactly what I did when I was working 3 jobs and saving for my first rental property. I automated my money so that I didn't have to rely on willpower to save and invest. Automation allows us to build a habit of investing with ease. You can start with as little as $50 every month. Start using your mobile app to automate your transfer into your high-interest savings account and set up recurring buy orders for your investments. The future you will thank you. Buying the S&P 500 ETF regularly is just the most basic form of investing that you can take action on. If you're interested in more strategic investing methods such as diversification and dividends, I also have some beginner-friendly or lazier methods for you. Comment more ETFs and I'll share my simple but realistic ETF investing strategies with you. Step 3, increase your income and build multiple streams. Cutting expenses and saving money is a great start, but let's be real, you can only cut out so much before there's nothing left to cut. If you want to build real wealth, you have to find ways to increase your income as well. The biggest reason people stay stuck living paycheck to paycheck is because they rely on a single source of income, usually their full-time job. And when all your money comes from one paycheck, it only takes one emergency, one layoff, or one unexpected expense to put you in a financial crisis. Your active income is the money you earn from working, your job, side hustles, freelance gigs, or business. You are putting in time in exchange for this income. So think about how to maximize what you're already doing. Negotiate your salary. Most people never ask for a raise, but companies expect negotiations. Research salary benchmarks in your field and present a case for why you deserve more. Pick a side hustle. You don't need to work crazy hours forever, but even an extra $500 to $1,000 a month from freelancing, tutoring, or a simple online business can completely change your financial situation. I picked up serving. I actually really enjoyed it, and I made an extra $1,500 a month, sometimes more because I'd pick up more shifts. Monetize a skill. What are you already good at? Can you tutor, edit videos, manage social media, or do graphic design? People will pay you for these skills. I worked multiple jobs when I was saving for my first property, and I saw every paycheck as fuel for my investments. If you're working extra, don't just save, but put that money to work so it makes you even more money. I personally prefer passive income than active income. I like to turn my money into stocks that pay well in dividends. I like to save it in a high-interest savings account. I converted 5 years of hard working into a rental property in Ontario, and it's now collecting rent for me. I'm also a content creator who makes digital content that generates evergreen revenue for me. Here's what I'm hoping to inspire you. At first, you work for money, then you make your money work for you. There are many realistic methods to build more income streams for yourself, and you can learn them all for free on my channel. So, are these 3 steps simple enough for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. 5 years from now, you'll either wish you started today or be glad you did it. It's your choice, so take action right now. Set up your budget, automate your savings, and start investing even if it's just a small amount. And I really want you to think about this, and I tell my friends this all the time. In 5 years, you'll be 30, or however old you are. At 30 years old, would you want to be in the same cycle, or would you want to be 30 and successful at something? Either way, you'll be 30 in 5 years. Your next step is to learn these 3 simple ETFs that you can buy consistently to build wealth with as little as $1,000. Click here to start now. See you in the next video.